welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm doing something that I thought would be fun, and I have this box, and in this box are 20 random paperback fantasy books. I had found this thing on eBay, 20 random fantasy paperback books for $20. There were some pictures of just the big stacks of books. Recognized some looked pretty good, some I had, and so I wanted to try this out. I have not opened this box yet. It's completely closed. I have no idea what's in here, but I'm going to open them up, take a look at each one, see if there's anything I know. Hopefully not anything I already have or any duplicates or anything, but let's take a look. Be careful not to cut any books. All right. So let's see what we have. So first up is Witch's Key to Terror by Silver Ravenwolf. Is that the name of the person? So it's apparently from a Witch's Chillers selection, apparently. Interesting. So this might be part of a series. I'm not really sure. Here's the picture on this one. I will put it up as well. So on the back it says young adult fiction, mystery, witchcraft. A devastating fire, a rash of farm accidents, a poisoned apple, and a woman's mysterious disappearance. What's happening at the Bendard Orchard? People keep secrets, but ravens and rabbits bring messages, if you can decipher them. When Cricket Bindart asks 16-year-old Bethany Salem for assistance, the Witches' Night Out Coven is drawn into a dark harvest of danger. Do you dare to join them? Not gonna lie, that does not sound particularly good to me. But let's see what else we've got in here. They can't all be winners, I imagine. So next up we have Prophecy by Sharon Green, and this is book 5 of The Blending. So probably not one I'll get to right off the bat here, since it's book 5 in a series. But let's see here. The Chosen Five, wielders of elemental magic, have defeated their betrayers and are returning to the city behind a legion of their followers. Tamrissa, fierce lady of fire; Rian, noble lord of air; Valent, brave captain of water; Laurent, clever master of earth, and yeah, let's get past. But the struggle. So elemental wielders of elemental magic trying to reclaim power. It sounds like it was just kind of a long way of saying it. Let's continue. Oh hey, here's one I actually do recognize: Wish Song of Shannara, Terry Brooks. So that is one. I have some Shannara books. I don't think I actually have this one that I recall. No, I don't think so. I have a couple over there in the other shelf as well. So yeah, this will definitely be one that I can get to. This looks like... Oh, this is part of the original trilogy. So I think I have a hardcover that might include this. But I do like this old school cover, to be honest. I'll pop up too, but pretty cool. So one of the original Shannara books. There we go. I think that counts as a winner. Oh, actually, I wonder if they're all in here. That would be cool. This is Challenges, which is book 3 of The Blending, which is the book I just did, Prophecy. So this is book 3, and this was book 5. So I'm 2/5 of the way there, 40%. We'll have to see if there are any more. Next up, we have Lord of the Firelands, A Tale of the King's Blades by Dave Duncan. That's just a crown. So we have... Once bound, a blade's life is no longer his own. Only death can break the gilded chain of enchantment that binds the bodyguard to the man he has sworn to defend. And never in living memory has a candidate refused the honor of serving his king, until now. So it sounds like you're bound to the king to be a bodyguard, and somebody doesn't want to. So Interesting. Another one I have not heard of, so this is why I thought this would be fun. I just figure a lot of things I would probably never come across otherwise. So that could be interesting here. Continuing on. Oh, here's another author I notice. So this is a Forgotten Realms one, R.A. Salvatore, the Ghost King. Looks like Transitions number 3. I actually just sent a couple of my Forgotten Realms books to one of the people on my Discord who's trying to read all these. So you'll have to let me know. Have you read this one? And I'd have to pick up, I imagine, the other ones. But once again, really cool cover. You know, I'll pop up bigger. But I like the cover on this one. That's really cool looking. All right. Next up, Piers Anthony. And it's a Xanth novel, which I just recently heard from one of my subscribers that is bad. So this could be interesting here. But Piers Anthony, Dragon on a Pedestal, which is one of the Xanth novels. So that could be something to check out. I've at least heard of it. We'll find out. So Hembar's got to let me know on Forgotten Realms, and Andrew's got to let me know on that Xanth one if you've read that. And let's see what we have next. We have a novel of North America's Forgotten Past, People of the Raven, W. Michael Gear and Kathleen O'Neill Gear. So this sounds like this might be historical fiction. This one's not in the greatest shape here. It's from Tor. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of like a historical fiction of Native Americans in North America. Oh, and there are archaeologists who wrote it. So that sounds really unique. This could be interesting. So we'll have to see on that one as well. We got a couple of small ones here. I just recognized something in here. Let's see. So we have a role-playing adventure, Lone Wolf, Fire on the Water. Oh my gosh. This cover is hilarious. Oh, there's actually another one. There's The Caverns of Kalti. So this is book 2 and 3 of it. Looks like this Lone Wolf. I'll put these covers up as well, but some interesting RPG ones. So that could be interesting to look through. Oh boy. Okay, so then we have with Green Pages, we have Wicked the book. I know it's a musical. I actually don't really know anything else about it, so I don't know that I'll be super interested in this, but we'll find out. There's a sticker from the wine market inside, so we'll put that over here. So next up, I have no idea that this was a book, but this is Myst, which it says is based on the CD-ROM phenomenon. So I know there was an old computer game called Myst, which I never actually played, but I'm familiar with. So apparently a book on that. So that's actually pretty interesting to see. It's a book based on that apparently. Also, I don't think I would have ever known that this was a book that existed. So it says it's a tale of friend versus friend, of virtue against evil, and of trust and betrayal. It is a story that many do not want told, for you will watch as the unimaginable comes to pass, and only one is left to carry on the legacy. That actually sounds pretty interesting. It's got like an interesting little symbol that sticks out through a hole here as well. So this is kind of a cool book. And it's longer than it looks, but really big print. So definitely might have to try that one out. That seems pretty interesting. Let's see what we got. So we have Mercedes Lackey, Brightly Burning. I know I've heard of Mercedes Lackey. I don't know if I've read anything of hers. I think I have something that she co-wrote. But so when Archer and Nelda Chitward moved their family from a small rural village to the bustling city of Haven, it was cause for great celebration. After all, their textile skills had made them leaders among their guilds. Doesn't sound super exciting so far. So their middle son didn't want to be a cloth merchant, didn't know what he wanted to be, and I'm guessing he ends up becoming a fire mage. This is a really bad description. Has anybody read this? Brightly Burning. It does not sound interesting from the back. Interesting cover, but it says the legendary story of Harold Lavin Firestorm. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see on that one. We'll see. All right. So there is. There's a couple of Ellie Modesitt Jr. books. I literally just said the other day that I need to read some Ellie Modesitt Jr. So this one, I don't think I have, but every time I see this, I think my used bookstore has this, it always looks almost like a Wheel of Time paperback, and I'm pretty sure this is a Daryl Sweet cover too. I'll put it on. Let me see if I can really quickly find that, but I think that it is from the look. That always used to be something that I would look for if I can find a Daryl Sweet cover or a Tor book. Just because, yep, Daryl K. Sweet. I thought so. So this should be interesting. I don't know if this is in a series or not. And I don't see it showing up very quickly, so I'll find out. But so there's this one, and then there is the Towers of the Sunset. Oh, there's just blurbs. It doesn't actually say what it's about. So I don't know. Blurb says, a splendid fantasy that grips from the first sentence. For once, this is a book that really does cry out to be turned into a trilogy. So apparently it does. It's at least book one, if not part of a trilogy. Drop my knife. Thankfully not onto anything dangerous. And then we have The Magic of Recluse. Another Ellie Modesitt Jr. This one also just has blurbs. Unique and refreshing use of traditional fantasy elements. Oh, that's another epic fantasy. And yeah, definitely an author that I needed to try to get into. And this one doesn't appear to say that it is part of a series, or at least not book one. So that definitely will be one I check out. So we have a Dragonlance novel by, of course, Margaret Weis and Tracy Hickman. And I don't... Oh, wait a minute. This is actually... So this is Margaret Weis and Aaron Eisenberg, edited by Margaret Weis and Tracy Hickman. The Best of Tales. So this is collected short stories of the original Dragonlance tales. Interesting. So, apparently Aaron Eisenberg is Nog on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Okay, I would not have known that from the name. So a collection of short stories. That could be interesting. I'll have to check that out. I do love classic Dragonlance. Dark Sword kind of soured me on Weis and Hickman a little bit, because that was a really terrible trilogy. But I do love me some classic Dragonlance. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I have the original trilogy, and the fourth book came later on my shelf. All right, we're getting close to the end. There is one I have in here. Only one, though, so that's good. We have The Godmother by Elizabeth Ann Scarborough. It's got a blurb from Anne McCaffrey on the front. It's kind of this purpley book, which, interesting cover. Probably not one I'd pick up, but really nicely designed art. So we have, one day in Seattle, social worker Rose Sampson donned a crystal pendant from her friend's vintage clothing shop and made a wish for a fairy godmother to save the whole damned city. Enter Felicity Fortune with her silver hair, strange clothes, and magical powers. She is Rose's wish come true. She shines a light of hope on this city of lost souls, and she lives in every heart that ever dared to dream. Oh my gosh, that sounds really bad to me. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad book, but that does not at all sound like something I would ever normally read, so I don't know on this one, but that's something different. So I knew I'd get a weird selection of books, and that was kind of the point. So let's go from there. So then we have Clive Barker and Abarat, it looks like. The text is really weird, to be fair. I can read. I suppose I should be able to read as a booktuber. And all of the blurbs on the back are one word, so this is interesting. I'll put the cover up here, but I don't know what this is. This one also doesn't look to be in the best condition. Some of these were not fantastic. I suppose they were $1 each, but I know I've heard of Clive Barker, but I've never read any of his stuff, so I can't really comment a whole lot. And I don't see anywhere where it actually says what this is about. So, I don't know. We'll find out. Clive Barker, Aberrat. If I read it, I'll definitely update. Or once again, if you've read this, let me know, because it does not really say. Then we have... Oh, I actually wanted to read this series. This is the first book of Temeraire by Naomi Novik. I read Uprooted and thought it was pretty solid. It sounds like people have iffy opinions on that one. I haven't read anything else by her, but I thought it was pretty decent. So I knew she had this other series, so I will definitely make sure to read this one, the first Temeraire book. And I don't know if I'll like it or not, but it'll be interesting to try. These have bent pages. It makes me so sad. I'm trying to fix them as I put them away. And last, the one book that I actually already have, and that's The One Tree, which is book 2 of the second Thomas Covenant Chronicles by Stephen R. Donaldson. And I even have the same cover. But this one's actually in really better condition for the most part, besides it's got some damage up here, but better spine. So I can always give one of these away or get rid of. Does anybody want The One Tree, Stephen R. Donaldson? maybe I'll do a giveaway, but for somebody who's looking specifically for book 2 in this second trilogy. That's kind of a specific need, but haven't read the second trilogy yet, but the first Thomas Covenant, the Non-Believer, or the Unbeliever, was a fantastic trilogy, so quite enjoyable, and that is it. That is the 20 random books, so definitely quite a wide variety there. Some I had heard of and actually was fine to read, and some that I don't know that I will get to. I might have to go through and do, like, I don't know, some sort of random giveaway for a couple of these that I don't think I'd particularly like. But you never know. I like to try new things. These are all paperbacks. None of them are terribly long. So definitely they'll jump into the TBR list. But that is the 20 random fantasy paperback books for $20 that I found online. Unfortunately, I got the last lot that they were selling, or I would link if anybody else wanted to try it. But I'm pretty sure if you search on eBay, you can find a bunch of them. So none of them were in terrible condition. They're definitely used paperback books, but also when you're getting $1 a piece, and free shipping too. So literally $1 a piece. I mean, that's even cheaper than what I get at my used bookstore typically. So I was okay with it. Definitely some fun, some ones I'll have to try out. Once again, let me know if you've read any of these that I haven't, because I've actually not read any of these books, and not even heard of quite a few as well. So if you've read them, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like this video. If you want to chat books, make sure to check the link in the description for the Discord, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content.